Who's in the starting lineup?
Come on, son, you got to get out there and take the mound. It's game time.
What does the skipper have to say?
It's an attitude, you got to be willing to defend. You got to be willing to base run, or you can't play here.
It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook with Tommy Wortz on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome into the leadoff show live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Tommy Wortz here with you. Going to be joined by Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, getting you caught up on all things Brewers Pirates. Ahead of game number 1 today, it'll be Quinn Priester on the mound for Milwaukee, going up against Johan Oviedo of Pittsburgh. First pitch, 5:40 today from PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Game number 142 on the season. Nick Mears placed on a 15-day IL with back tightness, retroactive to September 2nd. The team has recalled Carlos Rodriguez from AAA Nashville.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Thanks again to Lakeland University for being a part of the leadoff show. Experience it your way, lakeland.edu. First up, the Pirates lineup today, leading things off at third base. It'll be Jared Triolo. Spencer Horowitz is at first base. He will bat second. Brian Reynolds in right field will bat third. Tommy Pham in left field bats fourth today. Andrew McCutchen, the DH, bats fifth. Nick Gonzalez, the shortstop, will bat sixth. O'Neal Cruz in center field bats seventh today. Joey Bart, the catcher, will bat eighth. Nick York at second base bats ninth. Now for the Milwaukee Brewers. Bryce Terang at second base leads things off. Isaac Collins in left field will bat second. Jackson Churio in center field will bat third. William Contreras is catching, batting fourth today. Sal Frelick in right field will bat fifth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers, the DH, will bat seventh. Caleb Durbin at third base to bat eighth today. Rounding things out for the Milwaukee Brewers, the shortstop, Joey Ortiz, will bat ninth. Well, the Milwaukee Brewers wrap things up with the Philadelphia Phillies. Joining us now from Rally House in Wauwatosa, my boss, my coworker, my friend, Mr. Steve Sparky Pfeiffer. Mr. Pfeiffer, how are things going down over there?
Things are going good, man. Lots of people coming out, having a chance to register to win this $250 gift card that we are giving you an opportunity to win. Been out here since 2. You have until 5 o'clock to come on out here. And then while you're out here, get yourself a Relief Pitcher fan t-shirt. We got the stress balls out here as well. Yeah, and Packer stuff, Brewer stuff. I mean, we're talking about the Brewers, right? Swing and a Miz t-shirt you can get. Mizorowski jersey shirts, jerseys. If you want to get on that train, Contreras, Yelich, you name it. They got all kinds of stuff out here, Brewers related. So come on out, check it out, get ready for that World Series run.
Yeah, should be. It looks awesome over there. I've seen some pictures. They got everything you can imagine over at Rally House. So go say hi to Steve Sparky Pfeiffer as he's down there still for about 20 more minutes or so here. Sparky, usually in the first segment, it's a nice little rewind and we go through the game before. We play some highlights. I mean, I still have some sound to play, but there wasn't really any good highlights yesterday, obviously, in a game in which the Brewers lose 2-0 in the series and season finale against the Philadelphia Phillies. However, if you were going to lose a game, like that was the one to lose now because you had the season series clinched up, locked up. You have 5 more wins still. There are 5 less losses, rather, than the Chicago Cubs. So the 5.5 really doesn't matter all the way. But yesterday, very disappointing as the Brewers had a lot of opportunities to win that game yesterday, Sparky. They were 0 for 10, I believe it was, with runners in scoring position, and including that 8th inning when Caleb Durbin just pops up and the Brewers unable to take care of business. Your reaction to yesterday's ball game?
Yeah, they sucked. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, you got guys on second and third there in the 7th inning with nobody out.
Yes.
And you can't figure out how to get a single run in. Like, that is, you know, that's how they butter their bread with this team. Sacrifice flies, squeeze plays. I haven't seen many squeeze plays this year, but that's how you do it. And They weren't able to do that at all yesterday. And sometimes you're going to have that type of clunker where you can't just get anything going when you have guys on base. You can't get that clutch hit, that big hit. And that's okay. This is going to happen. That could happen in a playoff game. It could. And then you know what could happen? They could come back against Pittsburgh and throw up 15 tonight. So it goes just that quickly. Or maybe they get into a funk here and it's a bad weekend in Pittsburgh and they can't score runs. They can't get the big hit. The nice thing is the playoffs don't start tomorrow. So it's plenty of time to get this ship going in the right direction and get hot again before the playoffs get going.
Yeah, absolutely. And we mentioned it, the 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. And sometimes that just happens is really the best explanation for it, right? The Brewers have been fantastic with runners in scoring position all year. They have the best batting average in the National League at 284 with runners in scoring position. Only the Toronto Blue Jays at 288, a better batting average with runners in scoring position in all of Major League Baseball. Sparky, I want to bring you in on this conversation that we tend to have about Freddie Peralta, because me and Drew Wagner, it feels like we're in the same boat, and I really want to gauge where you are with it. But Freddie recorded his 5th consecutive scoreless start. Peralta has not allowed a run across his last 29 innings, dating all the way back to August 5th at Atlanta. 29 straight innings scoreless is the second longest in Brewers history, only behind Teddy Higuera with 32 innings in 1987. And Peralta has been phenomenal at home, does not give up a lot of runs. But it's right now, Sparky, he's probably a top 3 finisher in NL Cy Young voting. And yet me and Drew still feel like he just isn't giving you what an ace gives you every night. Even in this stretch, I understand that it's 5 scoreless innings and that gives you an opportunity to win, but maybe that's not the reason why you are in those positions either, it feels like, Sparky. Do you find yourself wishing Peralta could maybe go deeper into ball games, especially when you have another move like this today where Nick Mears is heading to the IL? It's really putting a strain on this bullpen at this time.
Sometimes you have to work with what God gave you. And that's what Freddie Peralta is doing. He's working with what God gave him. God did not give him Corbin Burns stuff. God did not give him Scherzer, DeGrom, any of that stuff. Freddie Peralta is making the best of what he has. This is his career year.
Absolutely.
Do I think we'll see this ever again? No. So this is the best you're going to get. And if you go back and look at Freddie Peralta's history, he always has seemingly had that big inning where it takes forever to get out of, or he can't get out of and gives up 3 or 4 runs and then he's yanked. And then everything around that is really, really good. But he's always kind of had that bruise, whatever you want to say, on that really good day. So now you're in a situation where, like you had said 29 innings or whatever scoreless.
29 straight innings, yes.
Right, and he's given up 1 his last 33 or something like that, too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you expand that out a little bit more. So, yeah, he's pitching really, really well. But like you said, when you get to the postseason, this is what you have to ask yourself. Does he have to go 6 or 7 for this Brewers team to win that game? Does he have to go 6 or 7? Because if you think Gasser's in that bullpen, if you think Ashby's in the bullpen, if you think Mizorowski's in the bullpen, if you think Priester or Quintana ends up in the bullpen, do these starters really have to go more than 5 innings once you get into the playoffs to feel good about things if you're the Brewers pitching staff?
No, I don't think he has to, but I think he has to get everyone to October at this point. Now, we still have a month before we'd like to see Brewers baseball playing because they're going to have that first wild card series, and hopefully the Brewers, everything pointing to the correct direction that they will not be a part of that series. But this is now another reliever. You already had McGill go to the IL. Yep. Now Mears heads to the IL. Everyone's overworked. Everyone's banged up. Everyone's role is changing. This is all a recipe that there's still 30 days before this meaningful baseball that everyone keeps talking about. And I'm really concerned about the health of the later arms in this game now.
I think it's fair. Uribe is completely overworked.
Right.
No question. Kidding. Overworked.
Overworked.
No question about that either.
Mears was overworked as well.
Correct. Yes, no doubt. I don't disagree with you. I don't know what the answer is necessarily. It's not Carlos Rodriguez, but that's who's coming up. I want to see Gasser, and I'm guessing they are conserving him as long as possible before they bring him up. I just have to believe that he's on this playoff rotation. Now Anderson's coming back, right? Isn't he on his rehab?
Yep. He's on his rehab assignments.
You're going to get Grant Anderson back, so that'll give you another arm back into that bullpen. If you look at his numbers, you go, "Oh, that's trustworthy." For whatever reason, I just don't trust him. But that still gives you a guy that has been out now for a little while to come back and pitch. Murphy has to protect against using Uribe 5 days a week right now. Like that, and that's the struggle, right? Because imagine this. You're in a 3-2 game, and Yoel Payams comes out there to try and close that game in the 9th inning. And you go, well, he closed before. Yeah, but there's a reason why he was in the minors, right? So that might be something we see before this whole thing is said and done, that you may see Payams on a day or two where he's the guy coming in to try and finish a game out.
It is the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with Steve Sparky Pfeiffer. I'm back in the studios, powered by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Sparky out at Rally House in Wauwatosa. Go see him. Got about 15 minutes or so there until he wraps things up. I'll play you guys Pat Murphy from postgame yesterday as well. I got some sound from Freddie Peralta. We'll see if we can get to that at some point in the program. But I want to get to our Building a Winner feature as well with Sparky, hopefully in the next segment of the show. Before we do that, here is the manager, Pat Murphy, speaking to the media after the game.
Yeah, Freddie was great. Again, you hate it that his pitch count got up there. You hate that. But he did what he had to do. He threw 5 shutout innings, and he was masterful. Ton of strikeouts.
Thank you for pausing it. Can I just say something about this? And Murphy drives me nuts sometimes, but every manager has, and every manager will. I hate it. I hate that his pitch count got up. Do you know what he should have said after he said, I hate it? But I'm used to it.
Yeah.
That's what he should have said. I hate it. But frankly, I'm used to it. This has been something that's been going on all year with Freddie, and we're hoping between now and the playoffs he figures out how to get deeper into the games. That's how he should have finished that sentence. I hate it, but I'm used to it, and we're hoping he can get through it. All right, sorry to interrupt on your own show.
No, that's fine. Let's keep playing.
Gave up 2 hits, maybe walked a guy or 2, but he was great. Gets a really good lineup. Gave us a chance to win. We didn't hit with runners in scoring position. Something that do we lead baseball in that, Kurt? You should know, right?
Pretty high.
Huh?
Pretty high.
And we just didn't today. We didn't get the big hit. We didn't execute. We didn't get the big hit. Second and third, nobody out. Usually we do a pretty good job. We didn't. Credit the Phillies. Credit their starting pitcher was masterful today. He had a great plan. Their catcher, like William has done so many times, like Jansen did today, those guys were great. The catching performances of the 2 catchers today and what William does for us most every night, it really showed up today because the Phillies tandem were magnificent. They made big pitches at big times, and it was the ball, Mona's ball in the 9th inning, was that home run?
We were close to beating in the head. I think very close.
Right. Great play there by that kid, and great pitching performance. Both sides, really. Even our pen, even though we use some guys that haven't been with us very long, but guys that we're familiar with, our pen did a great job, to limit them. And they got some 2-out hits. They got some 2-out hits, and we didn't get them. So.
There is the manager, Pat Murphy. I'm going to stop it right there. After the game, that audio courtesy FanDuel Sports Network. I'll bring back Steve Sparky Pfeiffer in here with us. Did you realize that Pat Murphy had that much hatred towards Harrison Bader after all of these years, Sparky?
I did not. I can't say I'm a fan of Harrison Bader. Played for the Cardinals.
Right.
I mean, there are certain guys, most former Cardinals I'm never going to like. If they played in the organization, they may never have done anything wrong, but if you're affiliated with that organization, I'm probably out on you going forward. But that's okay. I mean, Harrison Bader was a pain. I mean, Harrison Bader, that throw he made from center field on a line to the catcher, there was no chance for Contreras.
Yep.
None. No chance whatsoever. He would have been out by a country mile, and your guy, Jason Lane, made the smart move and held him at third base.
Well, that's not my guy, so we don't associate with Jason Lane. That's why we say send him home at the end of every single show. He did not send Bryce Terang, one of the fastest guys in the league, and then he got bailed out by a bleeder single from Sal Frelick. That's totally okay. That's fine. It looks smart. Felt a big inning coming on, but you always send him home. And let's continue the conversation about Freddie Peralta here, right? Do you know when the last time he got into the 7th inning, registered an out in the 6th inning, Sparky?
Well, he's only been through the 6th inning, 3 times all year?
Well, he's
Or
pitched
2 times?
He's pitched 6 or more innings more than that, but I'm talking about
No,
getting
I don't
into
think
the
so.
7th inning. Yeah. So if you go back to it, like Toronto, he went 6 innings in that.
Right, that
outing.
was
Yes.
3. I believe that was 3 times.
He went 6 innings against Chicago and Pittsburgh also in August. He had a great month of August. Before that, though, to get where Freddie got into the 7th inning, you got to go back to July 13th. And he went 6 2/3 against Washington in that game. He threw 103 pitches. The only other time he has gotten through at least 7 innings was start number 2 of the entire year. I mean, this is, like you said, you hate that his pitch count got up, but you're used to it. And again, the numbers jump off the page. Freddie right now, a 2.5 ERA, leads the major league in wins. He looks awesome with the strikeout stuff too. He's going to get to 200 strikeouts this year. Like I said, he will be a top 3 Cy Young finisher at this point in the season. And it feels like maybe we are grasping at something that is just like a little greedy at this point. Does it feel like that to you?
No, I don't think it's greedy at all. But again, you have to remember, you're not paying him like he's Scherzer or Corbin Burns. You're paying him like he's the 4th starter in the rotation, 5th starter in the rotation. Maybe less than that. He's making $8 million a year, right? He's not making any money. So he's outperforming his contract by a wide margin at this point. If Freddie Peralta was making $30 million a year, then I think every Brewers fan would be bent out of shape. Like, dude, come on, man. We're paying you a lot of money. You got to go deeper. The fact that he's making $8 million a year and is way overperforming his contract, and he's a guy that everybody loves. I mean, guys here in the offseason, working out in the offseason too in Milwaukee, when most guys get the heck out of here, he comes back and works out from time to time. So I think Freddie Peralta is beloved by a lot of people. But I don't think we're overreacting. If he's going to be the true one in the postseason, you need him to pitch like he's those guys. And I like I said, I don't think he's any of those guys. I think he's doing the best with what he has right now. I think of the guys that you have, the guy that gives you the best chance of being that guy is Brandon Woodruff.
Yes.
That is why Brandon Woodruff was 2 in this rotation and Peralta was 3 when Corbin Burns was here. And I don't think that necessarily changes anything. The problem is you won't see that Brandon Woodruff until next year, probably.
Maybe. It is the leadoff show. You got time to stay like a little past 5 if we go through building a winner?
Well, apparently I'm headed to the urgent care after here, so I got all kinds of time.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right. All right. Well, we'll get through this one real quick. On the other side, we'll get to our Building a Winner feature presented by Ironworkers Local 8. It is the leadoff show live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM The Fans. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Sparky down at the Rally House in Tosa. Go see him while you can. Trying to help you out.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with Steve Sparky Pfeiffer, getting you guys caught up for all things Brewers Pirates.
I just saw something.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You're gonna be like, dude. What
you
kind
have
of
the
dad
best
are you?
ideas when I'm in the middle of talking, man.
No, I just
swear.
realized that I have to go pick up my 3-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So I am not going to urgent care. I actually have to go pick her up from the sitter.
Oh, okay, nice. So you
yeah.
can't make
So
it to urgent care.
I can't stay
Okay,
that long.
got it.
Yeah,
I got you going. I've got you going. Bryce Terang to lead things off at second base. Isaac Collins in left field will bat second. Jackson Churio in center field will bat third. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat fourth. Sal Frelick in right field bats fifth today. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers is the DH batting seventh. Caleb Durbin, the third baseman, will bat eighth. Joey Ortiz rounds things out. He is the shortstop batting ninth.
The key to building a winner in baseball is a strong minor league system. Who are the names we should know? How did they play in their last game? It's time for Building a Winner, powered by Ironworkers Local 8. Apply today at iwl8.org and join the brotherhood building Milwaukee's skyline. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Yes, time for another Building a Winner feature presented by Ironworkers Local 8. Thanks again to Ironworkers Local 8 for being a part of the leadoff show all season long. I will give you the breakdown here team by team, but I want to get Steve Sparky Pfeiffer out of here then so he can get out at a good time, make sure that everyone's still happy and we get everyone to where they need to be, and he can go to urgent care as well. Mr. Pfeiffer, we've been talking about the minor leagues all season long, and I got my first ever compliment back when we were at Stenny's as well about how, like, this is their favorite segment on the show. Someone came up and said something to me about it, so that was really cool. I said I'd remember the name, forgot the name, have no idea what her name was, but that was cool. Her, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, you're welcome. Like, I mean, that's not a surprise. No one's shocked here at this
big
point.
hunk of love.
Yeah,
You draw them in.
no one's surprised at all.
Yeah.
Your favorite name right now in the Brewers farm? Maybe you go wherever you want with that.
Favorite name in the farm system?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Made, I think, is just the guy right now. I mean, he's tearing it up with the Timber Rattlers. I think you get really excited about what Made can bring to the table when he gets up here. I think the other one that I'm kind of interested in seeing what he kind of turns into is Cooper Pratt. He's a little bit closer at this point. There's been comparisons to Terang, that maybe he's Bryce Terang Jr. Maybe that's what he ends up being. I don't think he's defensively the wizard that Bryce Terang is, though. I think that's where the comparison lies. Offensively, though, maybe he can be that type of player going forward. So I guess those would be the two guys. I know you're going to say Luis Pena, which is fine, but he's struggling right now to end the year. So that's why, if we're saying right now, I guess those two guys would be the top two.
I'll get you the updated top 10 here, and then I'll let you get out of here. Jesus Mate, according to MLB Pipeline, at number 5. Luis Pena, number 16, number 2 prospect in the Brewers system. Cooper Pratt at number 51. Jefferson Cuero, number 63. Logan Henderson at number 87. That is the top 5 prospects for the Brewers. At number 6, Andrew Fisher, first-round pick from this past year. Bishop Letson, righty pitcher with Double-A now. Luke Adams at number 8. Braylon Payne, number 9. Marco Dingus, your boy, at number 10 as well.
Fisher and Dingus both are guys that would be next on my list, I guess. These guys are all at Timber Rattlers. Pratt's not, but these other guys are all there. Pena, all these guys are finishing the Timber Rattlers. I am very intrigued by what decision Matt Arnold will make next year as far as where these guys will start next year coming in. Will these guys start back with the Timber Rattlers for a month and then move up to Biloxi? Will they start at Biloxi and just skip high A completely next year when the season starts? How aggressive will he be in moving guys? That's what I want to see.
Well, I'll give you this, my last prediction here before I let you go. I'm going to say that Made starts in Double-A next year, and I think Pena is going to stay in high A. And I know they've been moving them along together, but I think that Made is obviously proving that with this great start in high A that he could be ready for the next level. It'll all depend on spring, obviously, too. That'll play some sort of role in it. But as far as what I think will happen, Fisher, Dingus, and Pena all start in high A while Mate gets the bump to double A.
I don't think so. I think they're committed to keeping those two guys together. So I think Made and Pena started with the Timber Rattlers, and then if Pena doesn't figure it out, then they may have to split him. But he'll get a month. And then if it doesn't work, then Made's going to have to move, and Pena will be motivated to figure it out. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck back there. Made's going to continue to roll. I also think they may start Fisher in double A next year. He may not come back to single A next year. And Dingus, I don't know. But that kid's going to be a rock star. I like that kid.
Mr. Pfeiffer, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll wrap things up here the last half hour on my own. You get
Sunday.
over to what?
Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be together again.
Me, Green Bay football post.
I don't like
show
the
after
evil
Packers Lions
smirk that you got going on here.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
We got a couch here now, too, so I can't wait either. Mr. Pfeiffer, have a good rest of your day. I will talk to you on Sunday, my friend.
If I make it out of urgent care.
Yeah, if you need a ride, call Charlie, okay? He'll get you.
Oh, I'm not going to call Charlie. If something happens, I'm just going to crash into something. But we'll see what happens.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, just make
It's
sure.
the high blood pressure. That's why they want me to go. High blood pressure, heart racing, all things that happened earlier today, and the doctors are kind of freaking out. They said, you should go right now. I said, no, I got a show to do. So I'll go later.
Built different, Mr. Steve Sparky Pfeiffer. Have a good one, Spark.
See ya.
There he is. Steve Sparky Pfeiffer jumping off the fan guest hotline, not necessarily, but was hopping on the first half hour of the show. Hopefully you got over to Rally House to see him there. Let me give you a quick rundown of what happened around the minor leagues. Cooper Pratt was the Brewers minor league player of the month for August. He went 293, 396, 446 for his slash line. And Jaron DeBerry was named the Brewers minor league pitcher of the month. He was 2-0 with a 1.61 ERA, 28 innings of work, just 5 earned runs with 29 strikeouts. This Building a Winner feature presented by Ironworkers Local 8, building Milwaukee's future one beam at a time. A little bit of abbreviated version, but we had a crazy day over here at the Fan, and it's Brewers baseball is on Apple TV Plus today. I forgot to mention that. Everyone, go ahead, get mad, just go buy another iPhone and make another iCloud account. Then it'll save you money, probably, right? Just $700 up front, and then you guys can have whatever you want on Apple TV Plus from there. I bought it. I knew I should buy it. I bought it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. You don't need another streaming service. I get it, but it's not that bad. Coming up, we're going to talk to Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Mr. Drew Wagner going to join us at 5:15. It is the leadoff show live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
the wall looking up. See you later.
Let's get the latest on today's odds for the game. What's the best way to go? Let's check in with our expert from the Potawatomi Sportsbook to find out. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome back to the Leadoff Show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Before we get over to Austin Herdina at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Brewers lineup, in case you missed it earlier in the show: Bryce Terang to lead things off. He's at second base. Isaac Collins in left field will bat second. Jackson Churio in center field will bat third. William Contreras, the catcher, to bat fourth today. Sal Frelick in right field batting fifth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers, the DH, batting seventh today. Caleb Durbin at third base batting eighth. Joey Ortiz rounds things out. He is the shortstop batting ninth. Joining the show now, as he does each and every day on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law, it is our guy over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook manager of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Mr. Austin Herdina, joining the show. Austin, how are we doing today, my friend?
Great. Had a fun night last night. Looking for another fun night tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The NFL season kickoff yesterday. How'd that look at the Sportsbook, Austin?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. We had a really good crowd here. A lot of, the fans were really into it. Just overall, it was a really fun atmosphere. It was a bummer that the game had the weather delay for a while. But, still really slowed down the scoring, only 3 points in the second half.
Yeah, it did. And I don't think any of it was after the delay. I think that was a field goal before it, too.
Yeah, it would have been better if the Brewers would have won in the afternoon.
Yeah, yesterday kind of a stinker from Milwaukee. Today, betting odds courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. After dropping the game to Philly yesterday, looking to bounce back today, and the betting odds in Milwaukee's favor, minus 130 on the money line, minus 1.5 will get you plus 125 on the run line, and the over-under set at 8.5 today. Austin, what are you looking at from your most popular bets at the Potawatomi Sportsbook to get a nice little parlay for the people going?
All right. So in the last 8 Brewers games, the underdog has won in all 8 of those games.
Oh.
Okay. So that's not necessarily a good trend if you want the Brewers today, because they are the favorite. And Brian Reynolds, the number 3 hitter for the Pirates today, he's gotten a hit in 10 straight games against the Brewers.
Torches the Brewers.
So I'm leaning Pirates on the money line, Brian Reynolds to get a hit. And then Bryce Terang has gotten 9 hits in a row in road games. So I like Terang to get a hit. So those 3 combined, you're looking at plus 310. So again, that's Pirates money line, Brian Reynolds and Bryce Terang to each get at least 1 hit.
Plus 310 from the parlay for the people today from Austin Herdina. Brian Reynolds and Bryce Terang to each record a hit, and the Pirates on the money line. Austin, what else is going on over at Potawatomi that people need to know about?
You know what? Just, football season's here. Baseball, obviously, still on every day. Just so many sports. We even got U.S. Open tennis. We just watched Djokovic go down, unfortunately. I was hoping to see him in the final. But, yeah, it's just a fun time right now to be a sports fan. And let's hope these Brewers finish strong and go into the playoffs with the number 1 seed. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. That's what everyone's hoping for. One more time, parlay for the people today. Brian Reynolds and Bryce Terang to each record a hit. On top of that, the Pirates money line will pay plus 310, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin, have a great rest of your day, my friend. And of course, go Brewers.
Go Brewers.
There he is, Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, jumping off the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. Coming up on the leadoff show, we're going to talk to Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports. I've been with Drew Wagner all day today. He's been all over this radio station. It does not matter. The show will go on with Mr. Drew Wagner. It is the leadoff show live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from the 1250 AM, 1057 FM The Fan studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Before we get to Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports, Brewers lineup one last time today. Bryce Terang at second base to lead things off. Isaac Collins in left field will bat second. Jackson Churio in center field will bat third. William Contreras, the catcher, batting fourth today. Sal Frelick in right field to be batting fifth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat sixth. Jake Bowers, the DH, bats seventh today. Caleb Durbin at third base, batting eighth, rounding things out for the Crew. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
What's the latest on the Crew? Let's go inside the clubhouse with Drew Wagner of Forbes Sports on the leadoff show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM The Fan. Inside the clubhouse is brought to you by Focus Baseball. Join their fall mini camps at focusbaseball.com.
Joining us now, as he does each and every day, you can find his work at Forbes Sports. Follow him on Twitter at @ByAndrewWagner. It is Drew Wagner joining us here on the leadoff show. Mr. Wagner, it was so nice to see you today. It had been a while, and it's great to talk to you again.
Yeah. Did Dad bring back a hat for us?
No,
After
he's got to go to like urgent care right now or something. The guy was like, "Oh, he's got high blood pressure," but the doctor was like, "Well, go now," and he's like, "Oh, I got a show to do, so I'm not going to do that." But apparently he's heading over there now.
You're 106 years old.
Yeah, I mean, or just scream as much as him too. I hope he's okay, but geez, man, just he doesn't even drink coffee.
Talk about the shocker of the day. Sparky has high blood pressure. Who'd have thunk it?
I mean, I don't mean to beat him while he's down, but yeah, that's good. That's also a very fair point. No one's surprised by that. Drew Wagner joining us here on the leadoff show. Forbes Sports is where you can find his work. Follow him on Twitter at @ByAndrewWagner. Drew, we've been talking about the Brewers like all day today, so I kind of want to just riff off a couple of different topics and go a little off script instead of talking necessarily directly about the game yesterday or the game today. We had a question that Mitch Nellis had brought up, and we never really got an exact answer to it. We just took some words from fans and whatnot on it. The Brewers right now kind of banged up. They got Yelich that's not playing, not necessarily on the IL, but they just added Nick Mears to the IL, Trevor McGill on the IL. When it comes to this last month of the season, right, we are at September 5th. Hopefully by October 5th, the Brewers are playing in much more meaningful baseball games and maybe not playing at all on October 5th. But down the stretch right here, these last 3 weeks or so of the season, who are the most important Brewers to this team right now, in your opinion? Because I point to the veteran. I point to Christian Yelich and William Contreras down this stretch, because everyone knows that when Andrew Vaughn got hot and Brandon Woodruff came back, it's also kind of right around the time William Contreras started figuring things out. And we know the Brewers wouldn't be here if Yelich wasn't putting up the season he was having.
This is tough. I'm gonna go with my number one most important member of this team over the final month. I'm gonna say is probably Matthew Pollock, who is the Brewers' major league athletic trainer. He leads that squad. That's the key thing, right? Listen, we know, barring a massive collapse, we know the Brewers are likely going to win the division, probably going to win the 1 seed, and get the bye. Getting to that point as healthy as possible, is the most important thing. You still have to win tonight. You still have to clinch everything. Like, you can't let up on the gas, but you can't at the same time go full throttle, like you're playing for your life and playing through certain things that might put you at risk of significant injury. Like, it is a really, really fine line to balance. So I think the training staff, and I'm not trying to cop out here because, first of all, we know that this team is bigger than one individual player.
For sure.
And it doesn't work. Like, obviously, you want to get one player to get really hot and just, like, carry everyone and light everyone. Like, I could get that part. But this is a team. And to do what they do, they need each of the 26, 28, whatever it is now, 30 guys on the roster to do their individual job. It is not designed where one guy has to carry them. Obviously, you like when a guy gets hot and puts everyone on their backs, great, but this team isn't designed to depend on that. So I think the most important thing is the medical staff and keeping everybody fresh, everybody healthy, especially with this rash of injuries that they've had in the bullpen. I think that is the most critical thing.
Well, and Drew, I don't know if you remember this conversation from earlier in the year. I think it was either like episode 1 or it's from the first week. And we were talking about replacing Willy Adames, right? And maybe you can never do that. And I understand that argument because of what he did in the clubhouse and how he was a heartbeat for the team. But looking at, replacing the statistical value of Willy Adames. And we were trying to come up with, can we get infielders, a combination of Ortiz and Terang and whoever the hell else might have been on the team day one, because it's completely different, it feels like now, to get to that number of 32 homers like we saw from Willy Adames last year. We really didn't factor in Christian Yelich having a 30-30 potential season on that point either. So that's why I'm just pointing to some of those names, right? Where Yelich is hitting 15 more homers already this year than he did the year before, or whatever the number might be. And Terang's power stretch has been completely out of left field, with the pun intended, as well during this stretch. But they've done a really good job at that, Drew. It's just that they need those pieces to maintain that through September, like you said. And I don't know if you feel that way, but how do you feel about the Brewers at this point? Like, they've done almost an A+ job at replacing a really big piece that left last year.
Well, it's funny because I was thinking about it because someone sent me the GIF the other day, and there's the joke that people always like to use to excuse this stuff, that they cite the Moneyball line. We make it up in the aggregate.
Right.
Well, guess what? The Brewers have more than made it up in the aggregate. Has it been there from day one? No, it hasn't. But I think I've been pretty consistent from the very beginning, saying I think this team is going to have a sneaky amount of power. And I thought once it heats up and the ball starts flying better, I thought you were going to see it better. I think when guys started to get more locked in on the plate, you saw more of it. I was pretty confident that this team was good hit. Listen, the problem isn't a lack of power. Maybe the problem is a lack of consistent power, or a guaranteed power threat. But the fact is, they have been able to make up for some of that missing pop from Willy Adames with the guys already on the roster. And the two great examples you gave, Christian Yelich and Bryce Terang. Let's also include Caleb Durbin in there, because I don't think anyone had, the ability to pop it over the wall in his scouting report when he came over. He was seen more of a, run and hustle type guy. And we saw some more power on Estelle Frelick. They've done a really good job of it.
Yeah, of just aggregating the power in some sort between everyone. Everyone had to pick up a little bit, and that's really been the mindset and mentality of this team, right? Whenever anyone goes down, you got to pick up that guy. Whenever someone's off that day, you got to pick up, go to the next one, and the Brewers have done a great job at that indeed. Drew Wagner joining us here on the leadoff show. Drew, let's continue. Let's talk about today just a little bit, right? It's Quinn Priester on the mound, maybe a little revenge game type action because he's going up against his former ball club here. Is anyone more improved as a big leaguer than Quinn Priester on the roster? Bryce Terang might be the only sort of competition he has, but I think, he was a first-round pick and had that hype also, like, coming into it, and Quinn Priester kind of in the same boat too, but no one expecting this out of Quinn Priester all year, and he is just stuck on these 10 decisions right now. Is tonight the night you think he can get that 11th straight decision and break the franchise record?
It would probably be the best night the best chance that he's had in a while, right? Like, you're not expecting the Pirates to come in there and bludgeon him, but you never know. Yeah, it would be nice to see. I mean, it's been really fun. And I hate to use this word because at the end of the day, it's a job. But it's been really fun to watch this guy just evolve. And we've talked about it, Tommy. Not just from start to start, not just from inning to inning, but literally within at bats. Within innings. Just the way this guy is growing every time he steps back to throw that ball. It's been really fun to watch this guy, turn into something that could be special for a couple of years to come.
He's starting a playoff game this year too, right?
I mean, how does he not?
Right.
That I think him and Freddie Peralta are pretty much the only sure things in terms of that pitching staff right now come playoff time.
Not Woody.
I mean, listen, I think Woody is obviously probably your number 3, and then you figure out what to do with Quintana, Miz, et cetera.
Sure.
It's not going to be easy.
No.
It's not going to be easy.
I don't think so either, but Quinn Priester, fantastic season. And again, just looking to get on the board for that 11th consecutive winning decision. It's been like 16 games in that now. And the last time they lost a game that Quinn Priester pitched in, it was against these Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh back on May 24th. Just, that's me vomiting because it's just gross right there from Quinn Priester. Drew, thank you so much for jumping on today. You had a hell of a day on the Fan. Let's do it again sometime.
Anytime, buddy.
There he is, Drew Wagner, joining us on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
How does the Crew win today's game? Who needs to step up? Let's find out with the keys to the game. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM. The Fan.
Keys to the game. I can't believe we're already at this point of the show. I mean, what just happened the last hour? I have no idea what just went down. But Brewers going up against Pittsburgh today, wrapping things up with the Pirates. Man, you got to put up a big number on the offensive side today. After pooping the bed yesterday, you put up 0 against Philadelphia. Great pitcher for sure for Philly going yesterday. But Johan Oviedo, come on, you guys got this. Just trying to give a little bit of words of encouragement there. The offense in general, whether it's Terang, it's Churio, it's Contreras, maybe Vaughn gets hot. Hell, it could be Jake Bowers. You never know. Got on base twice last game. I want a big number today. I almost want to say 8. 8 is the number in my head I want to say out loud. And that's not just to win the game, but get back in that rhythm. Find that offense again that Milwaukee was using all of August. And, maybe it's wavered a little bit over the last little bit, but I will say this. No matter how you feel the Brewers have been performing, since the All-Star break, they have the best record in baseball. They still have the best record in baseball for the whole season, right? I think the best thing you can do is just believe and then later have your heart broken. That's totally fine. Just let your heart get ripped out. You did it already, in previous years. This year is way more fun to watch during this time. So just believe for right now, because what else do you got to lose? That's going to do it for us here at The Fan. Make sure you guys are checking out all your favorite local programming. Every weekday, 8 a.m., Pack-A-Day Radio, Mason Crosby Show, Packers all-time leading scorer, has a radio show as well. That's 9 a.m. to 11. 11 to 2 now, middays with Thunder. There is no other station local from noon to 2. No other station. That's just fact right now. So if you want to listen to local programming, make sure you're doing that with Thunder. Middays with Thunder, and then, of course, Wisconsin Sports Daily, served up by Wendy's from 2 to 5 every weekday. That's going to do it for us here at The Fan, live from the 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Oh, and don't forget, Jason Lane. Send him home.